Bro, stop. Just stop. I know exactly what's going on. You've texted first every single time. You've made the plans, given her compliments, been extra nice, and still, she's distant. She's not excited, and now you're sitting there wondering what the hell went wrong. Listen, I get it. You think if you just do more, try harder, prove yourself, she'll finally see your worth. But bro, that's exactly why she's pulling away. Here's the truth. Women are drawn to what they have to work for, not what's handed to them on a silver platter. If you're always available, always chasing, always trying to win her over, you're sending one clear message: I need you more than you need me. And the moment she feels that imbalance, her interest fades. So today, I'm breaking down exactly why trying too hard is killing your chances, and what to do instead. Point 1. The power of pulling back. Alright man, let's talk about something that most guys get totally wrong: being too available. You meet someone, you like her, and suddenly you're always texting, always ready to drop everything for her. At first, it's exciting, but then, out of nowhere, she starts pulling away, and you're left thinking, what did I do wrong? But when you're always available, when there's no space, no tension, it doesn't create attraction, it kills it. Think about it. Have you ever had something handed to you so easily that you lost interest? That's how people work, and this isn't just some dating cliche. History proves it. Look at Pablo Picasso and Dora Maar, Paris, 1936. Picasso, one of the greatest artists of all time, was used to women throwing themselves at him. But then he met Dora, an intelligent, independent, and mysterious photographer. Unlike other women, she didn't worship him. She challenged him. She had her own passions, her own life. Picasso was hooked. The more she focused on herself, the more he chased her. She became his muse, his obsession. That's the lesson. Pulling back isn't about playing games. It's about showing you have your own value, your own life. People respect and desire what isn't handed to them on a silver platter. So next time you catch yourself chasing too hard, take a step back. If she's truly into you, she'll come to you. If not, you just saved yourself time, energy, and self-respect. Point 2. Give her space to miss you. Alright bro, let me break this down for you. You know that feeling when you finally get a break from your phone and suddenly everything feels fresh again? Like, the silence makes you appreciate things more. That's exactly how attraction works. See, if you're always there, always texting first, always checking in, always trying to keep the conversation going, she never gets a chance to miss you. And missing you, that's what makes her think about you. That's what makes her want you. Think about it like this. Imagine your favorite food. Let's say you love pizza. You eat it once, it's amazing. Twice, still great. But what if you had it every single day? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At some point, it stops feeling special. You don't crave it anymore because it's always there. But if you take a break, suddenly, that first bite again hits completely different. Same thing in relationships. If you're constantly in her face, constantly available, she doesn't have the space to appreciate you. She never gets that, where is he? What's he up to? Moment. And that moment, that's where the attraction grows. Now, this doesn't mean ignoring her on purpose. It just means living your life, focusing on yourself, and letting her come to you. Because when someone starts wondering about you, that's when you know you're doing it right. So, stop worrying about always being in her inbox. Give her space to miss you. If she's into you, she will reach out. And if she doesn't, well, now you know where she really stands, without wasting all your energy. Point 3. Stop proving yourself. Man, let's talk about something a lot of guys get wrong. You meet a girl you like, and suddenly, it feels like you need to convince her why you're worth her time. You start listing your achievements, cracking jokes non-stop, being overly nice. Basically, trying to prove you're the guy she should want. But real confidence doesn't come from proving yourself. It comes from knowing your worth, with or without her validation. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who is just comfortable in their own skin? They don't try too hard. They don't overshare. They don't need to be the loudest in the room. And yet, people naturally respect them. That's because confidence isn't something you perform. It's something you own. Women can sense when a guy is seeking approval. And that energy, it's a turn-off. It feels needy. On the flip side, when you stop trying to impress, when you just show up as yourself, you become way more attractive. So next time you're with her, relax. Don't force the conversation. Don't try to be the funniest, the smartest, or the most charming. Just be. Listen more than you talk. Be present instead of performing. That's what creates real attraction, because the moment you stop chasing approval is the moment you start getting it. Point 4. Create a story, not a transaction. You ever notice how the best relationships, the ones that actually last, feel like a story, not a checklist? But too many guys approach dating like some kind of deal. I took you out, I complimented you, I was nice, so now you should like me. That's not how attraction works. Women don't fall for logic. They fall for emotion, for the experience, for the story. Think about it. What's more exciting? A guy who's constantly trying to win her over, rushing the process, making sure everything is perfectly lined up? Or a guy who's just living, having fun, doing his thing, and letting moments happen naturally? I knew a guy who met a woman who at first barely noticed him. Instead of chasing, instead of trying to force anything, he just focused on himself. Whenever they crossed paths, he was chill, fun, had his own thing going on. Months later, out of nowhere, she started showing interest. Why? Because he gave the story time to build. He didn't rush it. He let her curiosity grow. That's what most guys miss. Attraction isn't a business deal. It's a journey. It's those unexpected moments, the teasing, the uncertainty, the build-up. When you stop trying to force an outcome, when you just enjoy the ride, that's when the real connection happens. Point 5. Control your emotions, control the frame. Ever notice how the guy who cares the least usually has the most power? Not because he's playing games or being a jerk, but because he's not emotionally dependent on what happens. He enjoys the moment, but he doesn't cling to it. And trust me, women pick up on that energy instantly. Look, when she pulls back, don't panic. When she takes hours to text back, don't double text. When she says, I don't know how I feel right now, don't beg for clarity. The moment you start reacting, overthinking, chasing, that's when you lose the frame. Instead, just hold your ground. Let her come to you. Not in a cold or distant way, but in a way that shows you're secure. You're not shaken by her every move. And that's magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to a man who isn't desperate for their validation. A man who can handle uncertainty without losing his cool. That's real confidence. That's the kind of energy that makes her want to be around you, because you're not just another guy seeking approval. You're the guy who sets the tone. At the end of the day, the best way to attract a woman is to be someone worth attracting. That means having your own life, your own mission, your own standards. When you stop chasing and start living, everything changes. Because the right woman, she'll recognize your value without you having to convince her. So stop trying so hard. Be cool, be confident, and most importantly, be the guy she wants to chase, not the one begging for her attention. Trust me, she'll like you way more if you do. Now go out there and handle it like a man.